keep.
We haven't got an advert. Well, I could be an advert.
We forgot about the show is brought to you by Wad Powders.
Wad Powders, bringing you the optimal state every day. Yeah. I am currently drinking Ghost. Because when they ghost you, you ghost you as well.
Yeah. I had a ghost poo yesterday.
Did you? Good timing.
Yeah. Oh, I'd done the poo, but I didn't need to wipe anything. Oh, Inga's here as well. Like, we'll bring her in. She can listen to this chat.
That is. Oh, hello. Hang on, I'll do it. There we go. Hello, Inga.
You've joined at the right time. I'm talking about a poo that I done yesterday.
I heard.
Inga's a mum. She's seen everything. She's heard everything. She's got boys.
So I was running to my brother-in-law's last night, which is like 13 kilometers. I said I was going to do it. He had all the boys around for like beer pong and stuff yesterday, and I said I was going to run out in the afternoon. Things got away with me, and then it was like 5 o'clock at night, and it was dark, and I was like, everyone's like, "Oh, you're just going to drive out?" I was like, "No, I'm still going to run." So I ran out, and halfway there, one of my mates pulled up in the car, and he was like, "Just jump in." I was like, "Nah, it's fine." And then he left, and about 2 minutes later, I was like, "Oh, I need the toilet." And then I was trying to phone him, but I'm in the back roads in the middle of the country, no signal. So I was like, right, I'll deal with it. And then I kept on running, and the feeling went away. And then I was only about a kilometer away from his house, and I was like, nah. It came back with a vengeance, and I had to put it at the side of the road. Like,
Inga, have you ever ran to a party? Have you ever thought that was a good idea?
I was thinking, like, why did you run? I have not. Because it was 13 kilometers?
Yeah, 13.6 or something.
That's not
like
a short run.
No. It was 70 minutes. Zone 2.
Were you going to like take a shower once you're there?
Yeah, I took a shower. Okay. Yeah, even if I didn't shit at the side of the road, I was still planning on showering.
Oh dear. I've ran home when I've been like, oh, I can't be bothered to get a taxi and wait, and I've ran home, but that's been like tops a kilometer.
One of my friends that was there last night, he used to run home all the time drunk, and one time he ran home naked drunk.
How was your last kilometer though? Like after you had done your business,
it was my
not being able to wipe.
It wasn't the last kilometer wasn't zone 2. I was trying to make it that house to get in the shower.
The performance coach in Inga's asking you. So what was your last kilometer?
What was your strategy there on the last?
It was just get in the shower.
Yeah. Good. Well, Inga's daughter, thank you so much for joining us on the most professional show on the net.
My pleasure is all mine.
Thank you.
David only runs to the toilet.
David only runs to the toilet. Yeah, that's the only time he does run. It is Sunday night, and it's for you. It is 8 p.m., isn't it? Where you are?
Yeah.
So thank you so much for giving us your Sunday night. So we won't keep you all night, but we'll try and get as much conversation out of you as we can.
Sure, I love it.
Good stuff. So the first time we met was Twickenham.
Mm-hmm.
And that was October the 3rd. It was the Friday, the 3rd, wasn't it? And we were introduced to you by a very good mutual friend, the lovely Facundo.
Mr. Facundo.
Yes, Mr. Facundo to us. And he brought us over to the table very casually and said, I won't do his voice, I'll try. I would like to introduce you to my friends.
Mm-hmm.
And we looked around the table, and amongst all the, burly men, you were there, Inga.
Mm-hmm.
And it was lovely to meet you, along with Rory, along with Rich, along with Austin, along with all the camp. And that was the first time we sort of met you, and we went to the bar and we had a chat with everyone. And since then, we've seen you pretty much every weekend since October, it would seem. So, and that's been lovely. But for anyone that hasn't had the very good fortune to meet you, could you give us a quick hello
do an elevator pitch?
An elevator pitch of
very
yourself?
Very brief. Yeah, elevator pitch of who you are, and then we'll dive deeper into everything.
Okay, elevator pitch. Well, first of all, I just want to say I've missed you guys because I'm so used to seeing you every weekend, and it's been a while now. So I hope it won't be too long until we meet again.
Oh no.
But yes, so elevator pitch. I'm Icelandic, Inga Ingadóttir. So my middle name comes from Thor. It kind of gives you also the person I am, like my personality. It's I'm a doer. Like, I don't know if that's like in the Icelandic people or anyways, that's not the elevator pitch that I was gonna go for, but I'm a mom. I live in Belgium. I'm from Iceland. I've been in the CrossFit space since 2010, but I've been a coach for over 20 years. I'm 41. The other day I said I was 42. So I think between 40 and 45, you never know what's going on. I work for Mayhem. I have my own CrossFit box here in Belgium as well. My husband works for Rogue. So we've been in this space for a long time, and we've been in this space in different roles as well.
So you've had a few roles, haven't you?
I thought you were bringing up something else there.
No, not yet. So Inga, I wasn't interrupting. I was just putting this up whilst you were talking.
Keep you up.
Yeah, so as a child, my stepfather worked for the Icelandic embassy, so we moved around every 3-4 years. So I went to 13 different schools.
Wow.
And now it's funny that I'm kind of doing the same with my family, like having kids of my own. Like, we've been living all over the world as well. So
Perfect,
we moved from Iceland 2015.
Don't tell us just yet, because we're going to talk about where all you've been.
Okay.
What Jake used to like asking this question when we first started the podcast, but he hasn't asked it for ages. So I asked him to go back to this this week, because we haven't done it in a while. Do you ask Jake, because it's your question.
Yeah, we're not trying to be like Facundo here, but we had this question when we first
did
started.
this before he came on.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So it's our idea.
I think I know where it's going, kind of.
Okay, what was
it's nothing to do with dreams? Don't worry.
No, nothing to do with weird stuff.
Okay.
Where that always goes. What is, if you have one, what is your earliest memory that you have from childhood?
I remember my grandpa. He had 2 dogs, and I remember him taking the dogs out, and he put me. So what he used to do, he put the dogs out of the car, and then he would drive, and the dogs would like run after the car in this park. And I was a very active kid, so I remember him just putting me out with the dogs, and we were all running.
Like, you get out there and with the dogs and chase the car too.
Yeah.
Love that. So your earliest memory is chasing cars with dogs?
I think so, yeah.
That is very unique, and that's a great answer.
We've had that on here.
That's a good one. So just to answer a question, typical picture for you. How are the 13 different schools in Iceland? I think
all over the world.
All over the world. Or she wasn't. She didn't mean that her parents travelled all over Iceland, all over the world. Good. So the picture that Jon thought I was going to bring up, I'll bring that up now. Actually, should we wait?
Yeah, wait, because we're going to get into how.
We'll wait. Okay.
What brought you into fitness? Because obviously you've done a lot over your 41 years.
Yeah.
But what was your first foray? Like, was it something that was instilled from family? Obviously, your granddad had you chasing the car.
Yeah. Well,
that's not a sport.
He always said, "Look at her run. She's got potential to be a great runner." Like, but
no wonder you were having to chase cars.
Yeah, exactly. But I, as I said, was a very active kid, and my mom put me early into gymnastics because she felt that was the only way to get all of my energy out. Mm-hmm. So I started at 4 years old doing gymnastics, and I just really loved it. And, started doing 3-4 hours a day. And then always on Sundays, my mom couldn't wait until Monday would hit because Sundays was no gymnastics. And then I went to track and field as well. And I pretty much tried every sport that I could, and kind of knew early on that would kind of be my path, like something related to sports and movement. And I started early, like coaching my brothers. I have 5 brothers.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm the oldest of 5 brothers. So I used to be like in the garden, like, okay, let's do 10 push-ups, and then you're going to do these squats. And so that's how I started coaching, probably like in the garden.
That's fantastic.
Just bullying your brothers. Just bullying your brothers.
Yeah, pretty much.
Were they receptive to the coaching?
Some more than others, some not.
Okay. I'll come back to that later then. Do you feel like you were honing your craft from then, or do you think you were just looking after your brothers at the time? Did you know that you were in a coaching sort of role, do you think, at that point?
Yeah, I think it was a little bit of both. Like, one of them was bullied in school, and I just wanted to like do everything that I could to make him like harder and like, make him like not be as susceptible. I can't talk. Susceptible? No.
Susceptible. Yeah.
Susceptible. There we go. There we go.
I was like,
to bullying. But I think I knew kind of the role because I liked it, and I was teaching them how to do front flips and stuff on the trampoline. And I always wanted the best, even like with my parents and stuff. If they were, maybe didn't have energy or something, I was like, why don't you try this? Like, I was always trying to find solutions to make somebody feel better.
Where do you think that comes from? Do you think that was nature or nurture? That feeling of wanting to help. Do you think that's just in you, or do you think you learned that?
I think like my dad once was describing me to someone, and he was like, well, she would take an injured puppy from the streets and like take it home and care for it, or so I think it's in me for sure. And my motto, like in life, I have found that it is to leave someone better than when you found him.
Yeah, no, that's again, we can see the early building blocks there of what's led you to where you are now. You know what I mean? The type of coach that you are.
And that can kind of go back to your question that you put on Instagram, like what's, developing as a good coach. And it all comes like down to like that there. I think like, like the deep rooted, like you actually need to care. Like, I think if you don't, then you can be the most educated, person in the world. But if you don't actually care for like that, the person that you're working with, then you're not going to have like their best interests at heart.
Yeah. And that's how I pick my coaches. Sorry, I cut you off there, but that's how I pick my coaches for my gym. Like, I can't coach something like this. Like, I can't teach them how to be a good person or how to care for other people and have that charisma, but I can like teach them how to teach a snatch or a squat or.
And see, this is the thing. So people that have that in them, and I compare only based on certain similarities. I know they're not the same, but people that go into the public services, like the military, like nursing, like police, like fire brigade, they have an inbuilt desire to assist and help and protect people from harm and to make them better. And more often than not, they are, excuse my French, commercially shit. They don't have the mindset of how can I earn from this, because inbuilt in them is this behavioral thing where they need to help, and that overrides pretty much all the other instincts in them. And one thing that I found with that question that I asked the other day, absolutely, there was no mention of money or performance or anything like that. It was every single person that answered was talking about making the person better. And that goes in with what you said. And I think that's exactly why third parties are so damn important in our industry. Places like where we met in Twickenham at Coaches Congress, like getting together people that are commercially abysmal and teaching them how to get better without that. And me and Jon have had this discussion for the last nearly 5 years. Like CrossFit gyms and CrossFit coaches need to level up and just learn it's okay to earn money from coaching. You don't have to be greedy with it, but you should understand your value and what you offer people, you know, because we all as coaches we do offer a very high value service. But like going back to what you said, the value that you have and that value set, I wanted to pick up on something about, because obviously you are a Mayhem coach, a very high valued one. We at Coaches Congress, we got to hear a lot of the staff from Mayhem talk on stage, and obviously the full values of Mayhem Faith Family Fitness Service. One thing that Jon and I both walked away from that weekend, we had a whole new understanding and respect for Mayhem. Up until then, we hadn't really got our head around what it all meant and what those 4 values meant, and why it wasn't those specific values that Mayhem wanted everyone else to have. It was, these are ours. These are what we hold dear to us. Go get your own. It wasn't preaching. It wasn't use ours. Do you, as a Mayhem coach, do you feel like you align with all 4 of the values that they have? Are there any ones in particular that kind of like are higher value than the others? And how does that work as a Mayhem coach?
Yeah. I mean, Mayhem does a tremendous job, and it all comes down to our leader, like Rich, that founded it. He just lives his values with, you know, like, it shines through his life, like that. These are his values. He values his family tremendously, and like brings them to travel. You guys saw them at Rogue. Yeah. So for me, yes, I couldn't be more. I guess I couldn't fit more in with, like, these are my values as well. You met my family as well. I take them with us. We were hanging out with Rich's family and training together. And so Faith Family Fitness Service, the faith part, it's different here in Europe, as you guys maybe know, like with churches and things like that. Yes, we are faith-driven family, and I think I get more of my faith through Mayhem. So, like we have coaches calls once a week. We open up with a prayer, and when we do the camp, the athlete camp, we always have church there on Sundays as well. So I kind of get my faith with that community. Although we have faith here at home, but like in our own way. We're not like, we don't go to church or anything. But
I was going to ask, are you a religious person like anyway, or is that just?
My husband went to Bible school in Huntsville, so he's an ordained minister. So we do believe in God. We haven't found a family church. We don't go to church regularly, although we are a faith-driven family for sure. And then the other 3 values definitely are super, super strong in our family and for me.
Great. That's good to hear. And again, like, although Jon and I aren't, we don't identify as Christians or have any particular faith. My mum is a devout Christian in a choir, goes to church every Sunday. And the values, and it's undeniably a good force. And so it's always something that the values are held dear. And like as you said, although Europe is a very, 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 very diverse place, it's not like we can just label Europe as one place, because of the very long history of religiosity. I think things have potentially not calmed down. I think it's more subdued. Potentially, there's less. It's less. Less, not radical. I guess it's more introspective, rather than shouting from the rooftops about it. It's more myself, me, my own faith. Less. Not. I don't want to come off as strong here, but less preachy. It's less. I'm going to tell you about my faith. And that was one thing that I loved about Rich and Rory and Austin on stage. There was nothing on the line, nothing like that. Yeah. It was all, this is what is dear to us. Find what's dear to you. And that was a really good question. And that really did challenge Jon and I when we walked away. That what's dear to you, and think we have started to think.
That talk was my favorite. It was one of the only ones I actually got to sit and just be part, like be present at, like the whole weekend. But it was, I'd never heard what that pillars were before. I'd heard them said, but didn't understand what it was, and just assumed it was all to do with, Christianity. And then I walked away thinking, like, fuck, that's what I want to do anyway.
Yeah.
Just in my own way.
Yeah. So that was lovely. That was really, yeah. So the next one, family. Obviously, like you said, we've met your lovely family a couple of times now, and joining in the workouts as well at Rogue, which was really cool, and that was something to behold. You've got Dan Bailey, Rich Fronin, and your son working out in a team. Like, does it ever strike you as surreal still, or is it just part? Because you said something like they're part of the family and they've got it's part of what they do now. But does it ever hit you a little bit like my kids get to work out with these two guys?
Yeah, but like in a way, just that it's like empowering for them, and like Rich, he just does such a good job in embracing them. It's so beautiful of him. Like he in his podcast, the Frowning Podcast, he even like talked about Alex, my 8-year-old. So, and he just does it so genuinely. It's not like he planned it. He just really, really enjoys seeing his kids and other kids and just people in general do fitness. And I think like he kind of talks about it as one of his highlights, like seeing Alex going with him on the row and then go to the burpees and things like that.
What struck me in that moment was, obviously I was filming that session. Rich was on one side of the workout area doing his thing, and your son Alex was on the other side doing the burpees to the box and whatnot, but Rich still knew exactly what he was doing.
Yeah. And then he calls him out like, Alex, keep going, across the room. But that's the beauty of CrossFit. Like they can be doing the same workout. Me and my grandma could be doing the same workout, and then all high five in the end. We got the same out of the workout. Like that's just what it is. Yeah. And talking about Alex, he's 8 years old. We were at the French Throwdown, and I was coaching the Mayhem spectator workout. So I had 2 workouts a day for 3 days. He did every single workout. And there was a moment where I had this guy, a coach from Sweden, and he coaches a games level team. And he partnered up with my son, Alex, and just not only just as a coach, but as a mom as well. There was a moment where I was like, wow, that's so beautiful and amazing to see both like the community, the people, like how it just all comes together. They were all doing their thing, and he was like lifting him up for doing like toes to bar and like teaching him. And it was just, it's amazing.
Yeah, that is something special. And at the French Throwdown, Greg was there, and all his entourage was there. And by entourage, I mean all his kids with Maggie. It's And then obviously at we saw Trice and the gang with Rich and Hillary, and then you and your family. And it was a reminder, because my family were there obviously in Aberdeen as well. It was the first time they came with me. It's no different. It's no different for the likes of you, for the likes of Rich, for the likes of Greg, than the likes of me, than the likes of Jon. We are all CrossFitters, and no matter how senior, how advanced, how long we've been in the game, if we are part of this tribe, we're part of the tribe. And although it is surreal, like I was literally about to click go live on a stream at Rogue. Rich walked up behind me and said, "Oh, can I jump on?" Or like, who we calling? And I was like, I like, it was really weird. But then we got talking, and I was like, he's I know he's Mr. CrossFit, but he's Mr. CrossFit. He's one of us. Like he's one of us. So, and the more times we see these people at the events, the more we remember that they're one of us. You know, and it's lovely, and that's why these events really do. I keep banging on this drum recently. It's getting boring for people, but the more events people can go to, the better.
I was going to say, is it weird? The first at Coaches Congress, I felt really awkward around him because it was Rich Fronin. But then at Rogue, when he walked up and spoke to us first on the Thursday night, then I just felt like, oh, it's just Rich. And then I just treated him as just this like anyone, like the rest of the weekend.
And that's what he wants. He just, wants to be one of the...
Exactly. He's not the one people to act weird around him.
No.
But that demonstrates how humble he is.
Oh, for sure. 100%.
You know, he's not someone, and there probably are a few in our game, but they're a little less welcoming to being part of our tribe than Rich, which makes him all the more special.
Sean's getting chirpy tonight in the comments.
Yeah, I've only been doing CrossFit 6 months. Sorry, Sean's a bit tired, Inga. He's done 1,000 miles of running this week. Very slow, but he likes running more than Jon. So Inga, you're obviously a mum, you're a coach, you're a devout wife, you are an incredible all-round person. When do you have time to do fitness? So what, are you a morning person? Do you just work out when you can? Tell us about your fitness routine.
Yeah, usually I drop the kids off.
That's such a broad question. Tell us about your fitness routine.
No, I drop the boys off at school, and then I go to my gym, and I usually coach the 9 o'clock class. And then my time is between 10 and 12 doing fitness myself.
You an affiliate in Belgium?
Yeah.
Just to clarify, because people were asking where you now lived. Belgium. What city?
Antwerp.
I am. And do you know what? I've got a story about I have got a little story about Antwerp actually. We drove. Hey,
did you struggle initially to communicate with someone from Alabama?
Yes. There's actually Rich's best friend. He's got a very thick accent.
Is that Dan?
No, it's Matt. His name is Matt.
Oh,
they own the Froning Farms.
Yeah, I've seen him on the videos. Antwerp.
The lovely Antwerp in Belgium, Belgique. So 2015, it was 10 years ago, actually, just before I got married. We drove, Katie, my wife, qualified for the German Throwdown. I think it was called German Throwdown then. So we got the ferry across, we drove across, and we drove down, and we went through. And obviously we were driving down further. I think it was in Dortmund at the time, in the big stadium. But we had to go through Antwerp. And if anyone's unfamiliar, all motorways, it would seem, across Europe enter into Antwerp at the same point. And I'd never driven anywhere near Antwerp before. And I ended up taking a wrong turn with my wife and I in the car and going the wrong way up a motorway. And I don't know how. And then all of a sudden, my wife was like, I think we're on the wrong side. And it was literally a mile away. We could see a load of cars coming towards us. So I had to do a U-turn on the motorway. in Antwerp, and it was like it's just mental, and it frightened the life out of me. It's the most scared I've ever been. So that's my story of Antwerp. That's my only my only.
He left straight after that.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Because traffic here also is just horrible.
yeah. Is it like that? It seems like all the motorways in Europe all convene in Antwerp.
Yeah, it's horrible if you want to make it down to the city and things like traffic here. My husband spends almost 2 hours to work there and then 2 hours home sometimes.
Is that
Wow?
That's not every day, is it?
Yeah.
Fuck,
Every
that's
day.
nuts.
That's dedication.
If there's no traffic, it's like 35 minutes.
Okay.
And is that the Rogue headquarters is that in Holland or is it in Belgium?
It's in Belgium. It's called Bornem.
Right. Okay. Cool.
For some reason, I thought their headquarters was in Germany, but
Near enough.
yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So it's somewhere around here. Right. Okay. Cool. Let me stop sharing that. So
Your husband's an interesting character as well. We want to get him on the show.
yeah, we want to talk about his workout rate routine, his fitness routine. So picture the scene, viewers. We're sat having a lovely meal with Facundo and Inga and a lovely family or husband. And who was the taller guy that he was sat with from Rogue as well?
Juha.
Yeah.
Juha, right. So we were sat around a table, and then I think it might have been yourself or Facundo mentioned a small little kind of like habit that he had of doing long distance erg workouts.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell us, because I keep getting it wrong, can you tell us that workout that he told us that he did?
Yeah, it was like a erg Ironman, maybe.
Yeah.
I want to say. So it was a 500. Hold on. 500. I always
Was it
mix it up as well.
50K on?
Ski. So they started with the ski.
Yeah.
It was 100K row, I know. I want to say a 5,000K ski or 10,000. I don't remember these things because he does so many of them.
I thought
it took them 24 hours.
I thought it was a 50K ski, 100K row, and then he did like a fucking stupid distance.
200. I think it was a 50K ski, 100K row, and then a 200K bike.
Yes, that was it.
50K ski, 100K row, 200 bike erg. And the best thing about that conversation was how blasé everyone around that table was.
Yeah, because he's done it multiple times, has he not?
He's done this once, but like similar things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was if it was like, yeah, it's just, we did that. And we were like, me and Jon looked at each other like, huh? That's not normal. Like,
yeah, I was like gobsmacked. Like, what?
Yeah, that takes a certain type of human being.
Yeah. Go ahead.
When you go, I was going to say, when I was at the gym yesterday morning, there was a guy. I was doing like a high rocks session, Jake, and there was a guy in the rowing machine the whole hour that we were at the gym. And then I heard him speaking to someone when he got off the rower, and I know him, so I just kind of was like, "Oh, how you getting on?" He was like, "Oh, I stupidly said I would row a marathon, bike a marathon, and run a marathon today." And then he was like, "I thought the row would only take me like sub 3 hours," and I was like, "How long did that take you?" He's like, 4 hours 30, and I was like, "Is that you just done the row?" And he goes, "Yeah." I goes, "What are you going to go and do now?" He's like, "I'm going to do the bike." And I left, and I was sitting in my car. He only must have been on the bike for about 20 minutes, and then I seen him leaving, getting in his car and going. He would obviously just called it quits after about 20 minutes on the bike. You could see how much pain he was in just after the marathon row, and he was like, "I've still got the bike and the run to do." And then I seen him just getting in his car and leaving about 20 minutes later.
That's nuts, isn't it? Do you know what? I love that. I love it when not your mate, Jon.
He's not my mate, by the way. I just know him.
Oh, all right. And it's usually men, isn't it? we get these ideas on our head and we go, do you know what? I'm Superman. I can do this thing. And then they'll just try it. And then 1% of the guys can actually follow through with what they say they can do. And your husband's one of them.
Yeah.
Has he always been like that?
So I was gonna say, because we're both kind of like that. Like I do these challenges with him usually. We met at a gym that I was working at in Iceland called Boot Camp, and it's actually the gym where Annie and Catherine were started.
Right.
Was that before or after you were an air hostess?
It was before.
Was that also before?
Before and during, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is 2008. Yeah, there we go.
Love it. I love the
I've
colours.
never even heard of that. I honestly thought that was fancy dress to start with.
No.
Just
Wow
Wow
Air.
Airlines. I've never heard of Wow Airlines before.
Yeah, they're not
Icelandic?
operating anymore. They're not operating anymore.
Cool.
But before I worked there, I actually was a flight attendant for a private jet for a wealthy Icelandic man for 2
No
years.
way.
Really? We got to know that.
Yeah.
I've got to ask about that. What was so? Obviously, growing up, you travelled a lot with your dad's job. Do you think that was what made you go into being an air flight attendant? Was it that you could travel?
It was actually, I was a personal trainer and I was coaching this lady that was a flight attendant, and she was pregnant at the time, and her husband were not they operated the plane, so he was the pilot and she was the flight attendant, and she's like, oh yeah, I'm pregnant now and I need somebody, and she was like, you would be a great, like, would you want to jump in for me? So that's kind of how it all started. But I just loved it because I could be a coach, and then sometimes I could go and fly and travel. And it was basically, the pilots were, they were like older. They were kind of not flying anymore with, they were studs from like American Airlines and Iceland Air and like all these like proper old pilots or captains. So I was in my 20s, I was 21, 22, and we traveled all over the world, and they taught me how to drink red wine and eat good cheese, and like it was the best of times.
Is that how you met Facundo?
Yeah, he was one of those old men. No.
Good, love that. Oh well, it's nice because I've always wanted to ask a flight attendant. I've never known any, and I really want to know like the driving factor between them. But it's nice that you had like a pathway into that wasn't necessarily just I want to travel.
I want to know more about the private jet. What was the craziest thing that happened on the private jet?
Oof. That was probably.
I had a private jet. I'd kept all sorts on it.
Yeah. We flew to Jamaica because it was a birthday party, and Jamiroquai and like all these famous people were there performing at this private island in Jamaica. That was pretty cool.
He has a house local to where I stay, Jamiroquai.
Seriously?
Yeah, my friend's like done loads of work on his house as a joiner.
Cool.
Yeah.
I flew with the Icelandic presidents once, so he they lent him the plane, and I guess I was included there with as a flight attendant. And then also actually the king, his nephew or someone in the royal family as well. I don't remember his name.
Okay.
But that was pretty interesting.
What, the British crown?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Not Prince Andrew, was it?
No, I don't know.
Okay.
Why is that funny?
Where did they take that? Where did they take that plane?
Yeah. Anyway. So service.
That's a sore subject for the Americans in the chat.
Yeah, let's talk about service.
Can I tell you one more thing? One more story about it.
You take this conversation whatever you want.
Yes, because they also owned West Ham United, the football team.
Oh,
Yeah.
gold. Gold. What were that? There was two of them. There was two guys. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Used to have two owners.
So we were at a game, and I kept on like on accident kind of hitting the person in front of me. It was a big dude, like with my shoe or something. And then he like turned around and I was like, he looks familiar. And then Peter Schmeichel, you know him?
Yeah.
The one in the goalie. He like had this, no, his son, Michael Schmeichel. What's his name?
Peter Schmeichel. What was it?
Casper. Yes, he was in the goal. So, and he like had this big moment, and the camera like went on him, and then the camera all of a sudden was on me because his dad was sitting in front of me. So he was the guy that I kept on like hitting. So I was like 10 seconds of fame there at West Ham United.
Oh, Peter, I grew up watching Peter Schmeichel playing. He's the man.
He was probably a keeper the last time I watched football.
He's a keeper. So service. What does service mean to you?
Yeah, I guess if we come back to the leaving people better than when you find them, that's what service is to me. I've always had this, like, if somebody comes with me to me with a problem, I always feel like such an urging me to be there and help out and do the best I can to. And it can just be smiling at someone that, you know, that you meet out on the street that could make somebody's day. Like, service is such a broad term.
All right. When was the last time you did something that genuinely scared you? That you chose to do something that scared yourself?
Oh, this is a good one. I think we should all answer this one.
Okay.
Oof, that like scared me. Like, I was just like physically scared.
Or not necessarily physically scared, but something that really you were apprehensive about. Like you chose to do, like Jon's 11th kilometer last night on his way. Like,
you know what? I wasn't scared because I didn't give a shit about that. I know mine though.
Something that like, and the reason I asked that, Inga, and I'll give you an example. The owner of the gym, Erin, where I'm based, we got talking about a year ago. And her husband Dan is a very good jiu-jitsuer, and as a coach, we fall into the trap of just doing stuff that's comfortable, and we forget what it's like for people to walk into the gym for the first time and be genuinely scared and apprehensive, and what it takes for people to walk into specifically a CrossFit gym, you know, ones that we work at. And she began doing jiu-jitsu, and it scared the living daylights out of her, and she knew nothing about it. She had no knowledge base. She just watched, obviously, her husband doing it a lot, and she didn't have a clue what to do, and it's brand new to her, and it scared the living daylights out of her. Now, 9 months on, and she's loving it. She's jumped in at the deep end, and she's absolutely loving doing it, and it's a pastime now for her outside of CrossFit. That's an example of where she's had to put herself in a really tricky position to advance herself and to really challenge herself, but she was so scared of starting. That's an example of, do you find yourself ever wanting to challenge yourself like that?
Yeah, but I don't get scared of it. But that's kind of what we were talking about before when I started talking about the gym boot camp. Like, back in the day, we used to just do these crazy challenges. We got Navy SEALs guys to come over and take us through a hell weekend where we were 36 hours, like running into the sea and using logs and just crazy things like that. They never really scare me in a way, but I think the last time I was scared, I was in a family trip with my brother and my son and my brother's kids, and we were in this water park, I guess. Yeah, water park. And his little daughter she's not that little. She's 7, and then he has a son, and then my son, and they all wanted to go on this huge friggin' water slide.
Oh God. Yeah.
And they were like, she was like, I really want you to come. And yeah, I did it, and it was freaking scary, but it was fun after.
Okay. Yeah. Did you enjoy things like theme parks and those kind of things when you were younger?
Yeah.
Can you pinpoint when that changed? Was it having kids for you?
It was. I remember I loved skiing and everything, but now, like after I guess became a mom, I'm just like, I'm afraid of the other people. I'm afraid of my kids like going into stuff. But it's weird because I was asking my son earlier, my teenager, like, what do you like about me as a mom? And he said that you're not afraid of things. You're not like like you just let me do things. Like when he's younger, I let him climb and things. I wasn't always like putting him in a bubble. But
I think that's important though, because if you do that, then they grow up with that apprehension and they think, oh, what could go wrong all the time? Whereas it's obviously healthy to have a little bit of, of that, but not to the point where it stops you from doing anything.
Yeah. Like
I never used to be afraid of anything until I had Adam. So the last 12 years, I'm not terrified of everything, but I like get nervous doing stuff now. Whether it's, as Jake was saying, like we took him to Disneyland and we went on, it was like the Marvel like roller coasters and stuff. And I was sitting there and I wasn't worried about me, but I was thinking, fuck, is he going to be all right on this? And I've got my hand on him the whole time and he's like having the best time ever. And then I'm just like, oof, or if me and Haley go on a flight without him and I'm like, fuck, what if this plane crashes? We're both dead. And she's like, why are you saying stuff like that? Because that's where my head goes. I was like, I'm on the same flight. It's like the royal family.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that kind of stuff. That's where I kind of get my anxieties from now. Whereas I never would have thought I ever would have thought like that, like growing up.
No. Well,
the last time I felt proper scared was the day before Coaches Congress, because I thought I was going down just to enjoy my weekend. And then Jake phoned me the night before to say like, oh, the other guys pulled out as well. So Henrik's asking if you'll introduce people too. And I was just like, fucking hell. I didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
But we did it.
Yeah, we did it. Yeah, you see life through a different lens, don't you, when you have kids? The threat, you see threat a lot more clearly or danger than you did before.
You're just responsible for another life, not only your own.
But but you have to be more responsible for your own life as well.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah. Although you would throw yourself in front of a bus for them, wouldn't you? So there's that. There's that. But no, like my son was at rugby today, and it was a very good example of where the difference, it's not so much of rugby. I think parents, if they put their kids on rugby fields, they're not going to be the type of parents that are kind of wanting them to be soft and pampered. However, there is a different style of parenting, I think, even there. And my son has a tendency to go head first, and he still tackles in tag rugby. Like he was going in today and he made 2 tackles because he does jiu-jitsu and he thinks it's perfectly normal. But he comes away with bumps, with bruises, with cuts, and that kind of thing. And in that, I learned a very valuable lesson at our gym, actually. And this was before I had kids, when we were in kids class. There was this young lad, and he was running around, and he ran head first, flush into a rig, an upright of a rig, and it went dong. You know that noise, the dong, and he stumbled back. And his mum and his dad looked at me and just went like that. Yeah. And I was like, okay. And the son looked around, looked to see if anyone was going to say anything. And then he just rubbed his head and he carried on playing. Yep. Whereas if someone would have said, are you okay? Then the tears would have started. Then the pain would have been there. And I think I'm right in saying here, as coaches, specifically around strength sports and CrossFit and things that require a certain amount of fortitude, I think our threshold for shit goes like really high. Have you found that affect the way that you parent? Do you feel like you've transferred any of your coaching into being a parent?
Yeah, for sure. He also, because we were talking about it today, like I was asking them your favorite thing about me as your mom and things like that. He says, you also don't let me quit. You don't let me like be lazy. Like if I don't want to go to practice or something, you just don't let me do that. I mean, obviously if I see that he is sick or not feeling well or something, but like if he calls me, the nurse calls me from school and is like, yeah, Victor is not feeling well or something, you know, it's like, do we have to go to the doctor? Like, you know, I'm not going to pick him up just if he has a headache or something.
Yeah. There's different styles, isn't there? One thing before we move away from this, I didn't see them with one. Do your kids have tablets, like screens, like iPads?
They do. We do.
So there's like this big conflicting thing at the moment. You get a lot of the people saying no screen time, screens are bad, get them off the screens as much as you can. And then you get others saying some screen time's good, get them on them, they're going to have to use them. We use our screens all day.
Yeah.
Absolutely fine. What's your policy on that? I'm just asking as a parent here. But so with an older son and you know, your 8-year-old, what's your sort of take on the whole screen time with kids?
Yeah, opening a can of worms there. It's definitely controversial and I think as long as your kids are healthy, like with teens, for example, I can feel a difference in my son if he is on his phone a lot. I can just like see and feel on him that he uses it as like kind of trying to just shut off or if there's something going on with him on the inside, I feel like he tends to be more on a screen. I let them, like, I don't want to be like, ban it. Like, I don't let them be on a screen for hours at a time, but watching a movie, like I'd rather watch a movie with them or something like that. But I just think as long as your kids are healthy and they're also moving, and if it's just like, you know, one show or something, that's totally normal and healthy. And if they also like to do some other stuff, like not only come inside and the only thing they want to do at home is go get a screen.
Yeah. It's an option, a tool to be used. Because, you know, we quite literally walk around with a screen in our pocket all day. And the thing that maybe brought this up, I just saw something earlier and it was saying, it was quite right. We say all about no screen time for kids and it's like bad and this, that and the other. And yet half the people in our lives sit at a desk all day, every day, looking at a screen, and that's encouraged and it's a good thing. So how can we expect the kids not to, you know, if we're not setting an example for the kids, then how can we expect them?
You can't tell your kid no screen time and then you're on a screen all day.
No.
Exactly.
Or they're seeing you on your phone.
Yeah.
On calls, you know, Instagram and all that. And they're like, well, what the fuck? Like, it's quite hypocritical.
Yeah. I think it's like eat meat, vegetables, nuts and seeds, some fruit, little starch, no sugar. Like it's obviously the gold standard, and it's like ideally we wouldn't have screens. Why would we have screens? This is totally artificial and not real, but it's part of our life and it's part of what makes us part of society now. So it's a you know, a necessity. So we're gonna need to use them at some points, aren't we? Sorry, that was a massive tangent. I thought I'd just ask while I've got a mum of a teenage boy in the chat. Now, I don't want to have you on here and not ask. I know we don't really talk about the sport too much on here, but I wanted to ask you about your experience with the CrossFit Games and being there. So can you just tell us kind of what year, in what capacity you were there and how it went for you?
Yeah. I was in the team division. So 2011 and 13, I was on a team from Iceland. Actually, 2013, me and my husband were together on the same team. And 2012, I made it to the Europe regionals as an individual. So it was 11, 12, and 13.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And what gym were you based out of at that point?
This was the boot camp gym that I talked about earlier. Annie was there, and she went on to her first competition in Carson that year, 2009. Yeah, 2009 it was. And she obviously did very well. She couldn't do those muscle ups, so she was just shy of winning the games. It was crazy. Yeah. There we are. You know who took that photo? Rory took that photo.
Did he?
Yeah.
Did he actually?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
2 Vikings.
And that's when CrossFit kind of got big in Iceland. So the bootcamp gym opened up a CrossFit gym within the bootcamp gym, and Annie was kind of the owner or the face of it as well. And that's where I started my CrossFit journey. My son is born in 2010, and I just started right after having him, and I was at the games in a year later, 2011.
All right, there's the question then. Post pregnancy, I know Annie's obviously focused a lot on this, and we've got a lot of that with Tia. With a lot more conversation around that with Tia having obviously had Willow and then come and won the games again. That post pregnancy training, how did that go for you? Like, was it just, obviously you're a very well trained athlete and very physical person, so obviously that wasn't such a big deal for you. But did you find any differences post pregnancy in your training?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's different for everybody. Everybody has a different experience with their pregnancy. Me personally, being pregnant, I was very lucky. I could train throughout the whole pregnancy and was back probably 3 or 4 weeks later, meaning moving again. It wasn't, there were not a lot of athletes then, games athletes. There was one. It was Valerie Woberl. Woberl, is that how I say her name? Yeah, she was a mom. I think she was pretty much the only one games level at the time. Maybe some team athletes as well. I'm not sure, but I didn't. Yes, obviously the core is what really truly matters when you're trying to gain your strength back, and that was kind of what took the longest to get back. But I think just because I had been, an athlete for so long, that for me it definitely came easier than maybe for other women. Yeah.
And I think it's a really good thing that we do have people like yourself, like Tia, like Annie, that have gone through pregnancy and come back and are competing, as people that can just communicate how it's gone and talk about it, like Annie's doing now with her venture into that. So which is lovely, and who better to talk about it and and help other women with that, which is cool. So yeah, the games. And do you ever intend on competing again at the highest level as a masters athlete?
I actually really, really enjoy competing, and I would love to. I did the Open last year, and I made it to like top 200 without even really trying. I had a back injury a year ago, so I was just kind of training around it, and I just wanted to use it as a test. So I was like, oh, okay, it's pretty cool. It's pretty good. Maybe I should try and actually train for it and see where I can go. But obviously I need to, because I'm a coach, so it needs to be a balance there if I want to go compete.
And the reason I asked that was because of you, but also the French Throwdown, the in-person semis for Masters athletes at the French, that is a massive win for us Masters athletes.
Yes.
To have that. I know from personal experience, my mother-in-law, she's 67, she'll be 68 in March. She now has completely changed her plans for the next 6 months because she pretty much knows she'll be going to the French Throwdown for an in-person semi-final, which wouldn't have happened this year just gone. It's opened up this massive door for the Masters athlete. Knowing that, is there any more of it? Obviously, I'd imagine you'll probably be coaching at French Throwdown. But if you weren't to be coaching at the French, do you think you might be tempted to do the Open with the intent of potentially going to an in-person?
Yeah,
semi?
for sure. And I think this is exactly what the Masters needed, because they have felt in the last two years that they were being shoved a little bit more and more to the side. So I think this is a really, really good step for the Masters athletes. And yeah, I definitely would. It's a good carrot there in the end, or like a good goal to be able to be like compete in person is just way different.
Yeah. And the French Throwdown as a semi-final for most people, for most Masters athletes, is the big event. That will be their big event for the year. And what a better place to be than going to Paris and competing in the French Throwdown. What a cool experience that's going to be. Jon and I are going, not to compete.
What? That's
Probably.
was that the 25th of June or something? Is it?
I think so. May.
Isn't it in May?
Is it May?
22nd-ish? Yeah.
Well, I might go.
Yeah, Jon's coming. Yeah, I did look it up. I've got it in my diary. I've actually booked flights with EasyJet. So
Have you actually booked already?
Yeah, it was Black Friday sale on EasyJet, and I was like, right, I'm going to Charles de Gaulle from
It's
Liverpool.
May 16th, I think.
Are you going as a family, Jake? Are you taking everybody?
Well, my mother-in-law, she's, like I said, she's intending on going, and Katie and the 3 kids then will want to go. So they will all probably want to come as well. But I've booked mine because I need to go anyway. So I've just bought mine. So. But yeah, they might. I might bring the whole family. I might not. Don't know. See how I feel. But yeah, sorry, Inga, you were saying.
No, I was saying it's May 16th.
Perfect. That was it. Yeah.
I probably won't be there because I go on holiday on the 3rd until the 10th. I don't know if I can justify leaving straight away after again. But Haley will be in a very good mood after coming back on the 10th, so it might be the right time to go away again.
Almost perfect timing, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Now, Inga, Mayhem, I believe, are coming to Stockholm in January for Coaches Congress. Are you going to be joining this party?
I will be there.
Amazing.
You guys?
We've been invited, but are we? I don't know if we're going or not. Are we?
Well,
Jake's about to have another baby.
I will have I'll have a 4 or 5 week old baby and 2 kids and a wife that's just given birth. So I'm not sure. I think I might be able to go for like 2 days. I don't know if she's watching downstairs or not.
The event is 2 days.
Yeah, it's only 2 days.
Yeah,
we'll figure something out. I'm sure we'll be able to go. I love Stockholm. I absolutely love. I did my L1 there in 2012, and I used to go there on Ryanair flights for like 20p, like 20 pence, and then you have to just pay the tax. In like 2003, 4, and 5, I went to Malmo, Gothenburg, and Stockholm probably 50 times over 3 years. I absolutely love Sweden, Sverige, and the culture and the cold. There was something addictive. It's just different. And obviously, I'm
I like
speaking
the
to an
cold.
Icelandic woman here. But like, the first time I ever went to Gothenburg, Göteborg, we were walking home from this nightclub called White Diamond or something like that, or Dog Diamond or something. And we'd gone out in a taxi, and it had been like 9 o'clock at night, and we were in this nightclub, and we came out at about 1 o'clock in the morning, and I was hit by a fucking blizzard. Like, I didn't realize how cold actually can get. And it hit, and I had just the t-shirt on like this, and I wasn't as buff as I am now. So I was a little bit of a wafy little person, and I was shivering, and I had to run back into the nightclub and somehow get a taxi, but I could not walk about a mile in this cold weather, but I learned. And then just kept going back. It was amazing. Just culturally, Sweden is such a beautiful country. They got so much going for them. And I kept going back. Although the dance floors are weird. Have you ever been clubbing in Sweden?
No, I don't think so. I've been in Denmark, not in Sweden.
Okay, well, maybe we could do that in January. Although we won't be able to talk to each other, and I'll tell you why. Because I found this out. All the men go one side of the nightclub, and all the women go the other side, and then no one talks all night.
Oh, do they have like a dance off? Like one side
I
dances?
thought that. Yeah, and then it got to about midnight, and then people started sort of mingling, and putting stuff in their gum.
Oh, yeah.
Snus.
Snus.
Yes.
We call that zins over here, isn't it?
Zin.
Zin.
Yes, friend of ours, Tyler, uses that, doesn't he?
So does Mr. Rayner.
Oh, does he?
Stephen. I think he sleeps with it in.
Really?
Oh, he's got them in all the time. He'll have like one on each side, and he'll be drinking a tin of Monster.
Oof.
Do you have energy drinks, Inga? Do you consume any like energy
Do you drink
drinks?
anything like a Ghost or?
I can't. I am so like I can do one coffee in the morning and then I can't. I wouldn't. I don't think I'd sleep for 3 days if I drink that.
Really?
Honestly. Whereas like every time I walk past the Fit Aid booth at Rogue, I just took it in. Even if I'd just finished one or not, I just constantly consume caffeine.
So you're like Bruce Lee then. Your body's just so finely tuned.
Yeah.
That was the myth, wasn't it? That he got a headache
and he
took an aspirin, and it just killed him because he was so finely tuned as an athlete. You're like that with Kathy. Yeah.
Do you know, at Coaches Congress, I had a migraine at the dinner because I thought I'd been drinking caffeinated Fit Aids all day and I hadn't. And I said to Jake when we were walking, because I was sitting at that table in agony, like my head was in agony, but I didn't want to leave because I was just like, oh, just opportunity, like speaking to everyone. And then we're walking back to the hotel and I was saying to Jake, thank fuck we're going back to the hotel because I've had a migraine for about 3 hours. And then as soon as we got back, I looked in the bin. It was caffeine free, and I had a tin of Monster in the fridge in the hotel room. And I lay in bed at like 1 o'clock in the morning drinking a tin of Monster, and it cured the headache like that.
No way! And you could still sleep.
Yeah. Well, me and Jake were spooning, and we're out for the count after that.
We were until 5:15, and then that fucking alarm went off.
Oh,
that was Facundo that did that. If you didn't know
that, yeah, we when we went outside in that courtyard area after, an Argentinian man walked up to us and made us giggle like little piglets for like 5 minutes. He's good, isn't he? So Inga, my last question for you is, what is your next big goal for yourself? Do you have one?
Oh, I love goals.
Okay.
Like in training or just in life or
just
anything?
in life. It can be in training, in life, whichever one's biggest, I guess.
Well, we just finished an Ironman and a half Ironman, so we like to put like goals out there. I don't really have a physical goal yet. I'm still thinking. So these days I feel a little bit like lost in training because I'm just trying to find my mojo back in a way, coming out of more different training with the Ironman training. Obviously, I want to get stronger again and maybe try and see if I can do good things in the open. And yeah, every year we bike 100 kilometers with a group of friends to Bruges. So from our house here, 100 kilometers to Bruges, and we go to a sauna, and then we have dinner, and we all sit down and make goals.
Nice.
For the year, and then we do this every year, and then we kind of recap. You had these goals, we have to have 3, and then we see how many we got. So that's a pretty cool thing, to do with our friends. But I had there that I wanted to be just a great coach. I always want to learn and grow.
Mm-hmm.
And I've just had these incredible opportunities. Obviously, being with Mayhem now, I get to just live. I get to travel and I get to coach at the same time. That's all I love. And I get to bring my family sometimes. So I'm just incredibly lucky, and I just strive to be the best that I can be, and give the people that come and train with me, just try and be genuinely there for them in the moment. Yeah, that's just my goal, to be the best me always for people.
Awesome.
Speaking of obviously being a Mayhem coach, how did that come about, working with Mayhem because you're a performance coach for them?
Mm-hmm.
And it's I'm assuming that's a remote coaching, isn't it?
Yeah, the Mayhem for performance coaching is a remote coaching, and it was actually our dear friend Facundo that he came to Rogue and spoke to my husband and was like, "Hey, we're starting this new program in Mayhem, and I just think Inga would be the perfect match to bring on board." So that's how it started, and then Jake Foster came on board, and we have these incredible coaches there and we just make each other better and grow together, and have weekly meetings. And then we have camps 3 times a year at Mayhem for athletes that are incredible as well. And besides doing the Mayhem performance coaching, I also get to travel and represent Mayhem at the competitions and at the Coaches Congress and things like that, do the spectator workouts. And that's what I love, and that's what Mayhem does so well and loves as well. It's just to be with the community and bring them together and give them fitness and train with each other and have this good time.
Yeah, we were fortunate enough to obviously take part in some, but then be around a lot of them, and you could just see how present everybody was for each and every one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Always on.
And Inga, you did pick me up on my overhead squat positioning, which I liked. I did like that. It made me more efficient, which is lovely.
Good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, and obviously, just personally, I want to be also the best version of me, present with my boys. Obviously, being busy, I actually have this superpower that is called ADHD. So I'm all over the place, but I'm just a hard worker as well. Because I want to have quality time with my people as well. So Sundays are family days. We love Sundays. So you caught me in a good day today.
Good. Excellent.
I think this whole podcast is covered by ADHD.
Cool.
Speak for yourself. Actually, I heard a really good. I had a really good thing. One of these pens, hang on. These pens. I heard a really good thing someone told me, and it was normal people have one nib, one thing of ink.
I've only got one nib.
Try harder. And people with ADHD have 5 different colors, and they're constantly trying to do this with the pen and try and get a thing out. But obviously you can only have one at a time. and they stumble, and it's not the fact that they don't want to be attentive.
Yeah.
Their just brain doesn't let them.
Yeah.
Honestly, mate, I'll start putting the shopping away and leave the fridge door open. Then I'll start taking washing out the tumble dryer,
Yeah.
and Haley will come out along and shut the door. She'll go, "Why's the fridge open?" I'm like, "I don't know."
I was so afraid that I would forget the podcast tonight, because not forget, but like my brain would just be thinking about something else because it's not like a scheduled thing. I once didn't show up for my friend's wedding because my brain just, it's the worst.
As long as you weren't the bridesmaid, it's all right.
So I have a calendar on the front page of my phone here that's a shared calendar with my wife. And my system that I have, that I've learned to do over time, is as soon as I book in something or I tell someone I'll do something, I now have it that I have to go on my phone and put it into that shared calendar. It's a thing that I have to do now. If I don't put it in there, I'm forgetting.
Yeah.
Whereas I try and remember everything just in here.
How's that working?
Most of the time it's fucking spot on.
Yeah.
There's a couple instances it's not.
Yeah.
Oh, before you go, what kind of phone have you got, Inga? Are you on your phone or a computer?
I'm on the computer, but I have an iPhone.
Okay.
Can we see how you arrange your apps?
Sure.
This isn't fair.
Why? It's all over the place. I don't arrange anything.
Oh, just like a normal person.
It's just a mess.
This isn't fair.
Why? What do you do, Jake?
Well, for me, this is perfectly normal and it works. So I group everything up into colors. So all the blue things are in a file. All the yellow things, all the purple things, all the red things. And for me, that makes sense.
I just do the like all over the place as well. I do have folders, but mine are called like entertainment, work, WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine are called green, blue, purple.
Interesting.
That's insane, Jake. We should have asked Facundo when he was on.
Are your clothes like that as well in your closet?
All my clothes are like all black t-shirt. That is a good way to organize clothes though. All black t-shirts, all like that's sensible.
Wow.
Isn't it?
Yeah, that's normal. That's just behavior. That's things like going to the gym and tidying up. Everything has a place. You just got to figure out where that place is. So don't be nasty. Right. Inga, thank you so much. Pardon?
It's just interesting.
Yeah, okay. Inga, thank you so much for giving us your Sunday night. We really, really appreciate it, and appreciate you for all the hard work you're doing. At every single event we've seen you at, you're like working constantly, whether it's being a mum, being a coach, being part of Mayhem, talking to people, whatever it might be. So you're a great person.
Thank you so much, you guys.
The workouts last minute.
Yeah, anytime. Yeah, just thank you guys for having me. It's just so good talking to you, and I hope to see you at the Coaches Congress or somewhere. French Throwdown, maybe.
Oh yeah, definitely on. Yeah,
I want to come. I definitely want to come to Stockholm.
Yeah, if we could get a group email for you to email my wife and just say you'll be fine without him, that'd be fine.
Okay, I'll do my best. We're trying to get Mikko Salo to come as well. It's going to be a good crew over there.
Well, bloody hell, that's sold. I'm there. Good stuff. Right, Inga. Thank you very much for your time. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
See you soon.
See you
bye,
later.
bye, bye.
Bye. She's awesome, isn't she?
Yeah. She's easy to speak to. She's down to earth. She's chill. She's humble.
That's the word.
Yeah, humble, isn't it?
And I didn't draw a picture.
That's
saying something.
We can give it. We'll see her soon anyway.
Yeah, I'll draw a picture then. This stuff's well good, by the way.
Yeah, I take that every day. That's the
Nootropic.
optimal state,
Mm.
and the creatine is what I've been using every single day. I like the electrolytes, but I've got an abundance of electrolytes. So I've still got tabs of Wad Powder's electrolytes, which I've tried. They mix really well. They taste really good. But the things that I've been taking every day is just like the creatine and the optimal state. See, when I'm sitting here, I find it really hard to concentrate, but I take that. And then I've been taking it before bed as well.
All right. When I remember, I take it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Do you use Vinted?
I personally have never bought anything off Vinted, but Adam does.
Oh, really? Oh, amazing. Does he buy just random shit, or is it all specific?
Different story altogether. Yeah, he does. He fucking
yeah.
And he knows my password, so I keep getting notifications on my phone saying I've got something to collect at InPost, and I'm like, how the fuck? And then I look at it, and it's like he's not buying expensive stuff. It's like 99 pence, and it's like £3 postage. Pair of fucking swim shorts, and he's got like 6 pairs of the exact same pair of swim shorts.
Oh,
I
love that.
Stop buying swim shorts. And he's like, oh, just last pair. And then he's like buying like something that he's got already, and then he's trying to sell stuff. I had a lady message me the other day and say, is this advert correct? I want to buy it, but the price seems ridiculous, and it's like a Halloween toy that sings, and Adam put it up for $5,000.
But she wants to buy it.
She was like, I want to buy it, but the price seems a bit ridiculous. I replied saying, no, it was my son that advertised this. The price is the price.
Yeah.
Because he obviously doesn't, he just wanted to post it on. He doesn't want to sell it.
Yeah.
He wanted to see the advert up there so he could search for it. But I said to him, the price is the price, because if in the off chances she was desperate.
Yeah.
Maybe she's got an autistic son that she really wants that for too. Because I tell you,
maybe.
I've paid over the odds for shit that like he really wants, and he can't find it anywhere, and it's like they don't make it anymore, and I've found it on eBay, and I've paid over the odds for certain stuff over the years because it's like he's been obsessed with something, and I couldn't find it anywhere, and they don't make it, and I've like found it on eBay, and I've like messaged them saying, my son's autistic, he really wants this, any chance you can do it? They're like, that price is the price, and I'm like, fuck.
The thing is, I mean,
they know. They
don't know.
They say, oh well, they don't know, but then it's like, here,
get
your money.
CrossFat, the island with a British prince. I
would have loved to dive deeper into that. Like, oh, where is he going?
Yeah.
Well, she didn't say prince. She said, well, it was a prince because it was the king's nephew.
Yeah, and the king at the time when she would have been there would have been.
Is that his nephew or his brother? Is he Charles's brother or nephew?
Charles's brother, but Charles wasn't the king then.
Aye, but so it was a nephew of Charles, she said. Not brother.
Let's just go with Andrew. Let's just say it was Andrew.
She was perfect.
I love finding out stories like that. Just like random stuff that just close calls. That's good.
Oh, could I tell you I haven't told you my story yet.
You and the pedo coach.
Oh, have I told you it?
I think it ended up with they found loads of content.
It's not a funny. It isn't a funny story, but I'm making light of it.
Yeah. But I don't know the extent of the content that he had.
Well, either do I, but he didn't get charged for it.
Oh, so he's not a pedo,
mate. He is a pedo.
Oh, right. Okay.
It was just non-explicit images, but he had thousands of images of young boys, and he was a sports like. I think it's a bit of a grey area, dating back like 30 years.
Yeah, if you've got a hard drive full of 30-year-old images of boys,
yeah, like you're a pedo.
Yeah, but like, where's the like on my phone? Like today we were at rugby. I've got videos of Donnie playing rugby.
Yeah, you've got kids in the background, but yeah, that's different. You're filming your son.
Yeah. But yeah, when this is like, so are you not interested in finding out if you're on there?
Nah, because what if I'm not?
You're an ugly kid.
I'd be like, oh, was I not sexy enough to be in your hard drive?
Oh, good.
Nah,
Love it.
I honestly, I just don't care. I just don't care. Which I don't know if that's right or not, but
Would you remember if you'd have been naked around an old man?
I wasn't that young. Yeah, the story we're talking about. Yeah, I've told people in a group chat. I've not told the people on here. It's not even that. It's not that big a deal. An old tennis coach. I didn't know. This is mad. So I'll be 40 in August. I probably was 14 at the time, so it's not like I was fucking young. And he was just always around us. He didn't live in their town. He used to come visit the town in the summer holidays. He was a school teacher, and he was just always on the tennis courts when we were there, just taking photos of everyone. He was like a tennis coach himself. He was just at the tournament and blah blah blah. And I don't even know if I should tell this story. To be fair, it's unfair on them. Not going to say any names, but he basically was struck off from his teaching job because he was found to have photos and whatnot. And then I was like, because we were speaking about, someone was telling me about him. I didn't find this out. Someone was telling me the story about this guy, and I was like, oh, I knew a guy called that. I used to play tennis with a man with that name. And he goes, oh, no way, this guy's a tennis coach. And I was like, no, it'll not be the same guy because he lived in X city. He goes, that's where he's from, but he moved here. And I was like, no fucking way. I was like, I know him. And then I was like, oh, I entered it was an adults tournament. It was the Scottish Open. It was the Scottish Championships, the tennis tournament. And I was the first out of the tennis tournament, and you get a wooden spoon. It was like, that's what they called the booby prize. It was like you're a fucking loser. So I was the first knocked out. It wasn't actual wooden spoon. It was like, that's what they called it. Like, you got the wooden spoon. It was like, and that was the prize. And he
did he say, you've won my wooden spoon?
No. So we were at get Law and Order. So we were at this hotel for the finals dinner of the tournament, and he came in with the for the prize given, and he gave me this little t-shirt that was like a crop top, and I'm like fat 14-year-old. And he was like, oh, try it on. And I was like, I'm not trying it on. And then later that night, it was like that scene out of In-Betweeners. If you've watched the scene In-Betweeners from the UK, it's when the teacher comes in drunk, sitting on the end of the kid's bed, like being a bit weird. But he did, it was like a less creepy version of that, but he was just adamant that I had to try this top on for a photo. And I did. I tried the top on for a photo with all the rest of the tennis team. And that was that. And then 20 years later, we're finding out that he's probably got loads of not indecent images, but just loads of images of young boys on his hard drive that made him get sacked from his job. Yeah, but he didn't get charged, so it's weird as fuck, and he's definitely a fucking pedophile. But I think he knew the line not to cross, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like
it's like it's creepy. It's very fucking like you're definitely a pedophile, but he knew like that line where he couldn't cross to like break the law.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Like, we used to have a rugby coach when I was in, like, I went to an all boys school, and this rugby coach, Mr. Evans, used to fucking
you're naming him.
Yeah, he wasn't a pedo. He hasn't been done. He's dead now anyway. Yeah, his name was Mr. Saville. No, Mr. Evans, he would fucking run from the rugby pitches down to the changing rooms at the showers, and he would stand at the entrance to the shower and make sure all of us got in that shower. And he would watch.
That's a pedo.
I don't know. Or he just wanted us to be really clean.
Mate, yes, that's worse than my story. My guy just got me a little crop top to try on for a photo, and I put it on. I put it on over my own t-shirt. This guy's making sure you fucking get naked and wash in the shower.
He made sure we cleaned right underneath as well. He made sure we did that.
10 times worse.
I had a sore hand once, and he helped me, which was good. But yeah, that's it's good. That's my story. Do you know the amount of times over the last few years that I've put a joke about my uncle molesting me in someone's chat, and people message me and say, did anything happen with your? Is he in prison or anything like that?
Yeah, because it's probably not something to joke about,
isn't it?
Yeah.
I think so. I think it's fucking funny, but maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm wrong. But yeah,
I think British sense of humor. I think
it's definitely different. Especially when the lads get all together. Oh my god, I found these videos from my stag do the other day.
My mates are the worst.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll leave it there.
Yeah. We all like Family Guy has Chester the molester. Jimmy Savile really messed up yeah, he did. Yeah.
What was the is Chester the Peter? Say son, hey sonny boy. Is that guy?
I think so.
Who's that?
You know what? Funnily enough, I've never really watched much of Family Guy.
Right, the highlight bits then, yeah. No, there was a character who was like, say son, and he was like this really old guy, and he used to go after Chris, the son. What was his name? Was that Chester?
Look, for anyone that thinks I can't grow hair.
Oh, there you go. It's growing. There we go.
3 days growth, that.
Nice. Fucking, did you see PC's beard?
All right, Patrick, yeah. Aye. Yeah, he had a beard when he was at Rogue.
Yeah, but what is he? I assumed he was like half
Mexican.
Chinese. Is he?
No, I don't know. I'm just guessing. That might be racist. I don't know.
I thought he was like half Japanese or something.
I'm glad nobody watches this podcast.
All three of you watching. Is Patrick Clark like half Chinese or something? I thought he was. Yeah, he is a bit Asian, isn't he? I don't know what one.
Sometimes I think, look, maybe my clients will watch this and
Filipino. Physical Asia. Have you watched any of it yet?
Mate, I've had no time.
Chat. Have any of you watched Physical Asia yet on Netflix? It's very good. If you put up with the whole repetition thing that they do.
Oh, he might be Filipino. Should we ask him?
Yeah, message him.
Do you want to send him a link and get him to come on quickly?
No, hang on. I'll message him. What are you?
Yeah, I just that.
Hang on. I've got to log into that. It's viewers, just do something. The most professional unprofessionals. Patrick Clark.
Crossfit, that's good. I just message him and just say, "What are you?"
Yeah, Patrick Clark.
You do it from the show page if you want.
I am. Yeah. What are you? There we go. Sent.
Because then he'll not know.
He won't know what we mean. There we go. There we go. See? What are you? We'll see if he replies. Me and you were brought up on a certain type of humor, like our age group. If you look at like James Corden, Jack Whitehall, and the in-betweeners cast, we are all around the same age, and we all got brought up on a very specific type of British humor.
Oh, mate. Last night was one of the most fun nights I've had in ages, and it was just because it was like mates I hadn't seen for fucking ages. Like Moby, he's got 2 kids. Hardly ever see him. I'd seen him twice yesterday. Jamie McConaughey. I'm just naming all my mates. He came home from Aberdeen, which is a couple hours away. There's boys that I haven't seen for like a year. Like some people that I haven't like seen for like fucking ages. And it was just as at my brother-in-law's house, just taking the absolute piss out of each other, like just abusing each other all night. People were getting scanted. It was just bully culture, but we're all just best mates.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
not one person was safe. Like if you started laughing at someone that was getting made fun of, everyone would then just like turn on you.
yeah. Tag, you're in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was fucking brilliant.
So have I ever told you about Smiley Dick?
No, we know Wanky Dave. We know.
Wanky Dave. So Smiley Dick was a game we used to play, and when we were living in our flat, and there was like 5 of us who used to live there, and like whenever and we had our mates over, so every weekend it was just packed full of blokes, right? We're our mates of mates and all that kind of shit. And if we'd been sat down with, do you remember? Yeah, exactly. Do you remember fucking what was the no likey thing? What was that called? Do you remember that with Paddy?
Lights Out. Fucking what's his name? Paddy McGuinness. Fucking hell.
Yeah, what was that program called? Anyway, whatever it was, something out.
Take Me Out. Take Me Out. Fucking brilliant. That's a fucking great dating show.
Yeah, amazing, incredible. Right, bring it back. Right.
I wonder if they do that in America.
Maybe. But there was this one guy on there with a leather jacket that thought he was it, and he got bow. Like everyone went out as soon as he did his video. Yeah, he got full blackout. Anyway, it was when that was on, right? And if we'd be watching telly, you'd look around the room, and I don't know if you know you do this, but when you're watching telly, you pull faces, but you don't make noise, right? So if you're watching, something funny, you'll be like there. Like that, and if anyone ever caught you doing that, you were Smiley Dick, and then you got fucking beaten the shit out of. No fake. But if anyone found you out to be Smiley Dick, you got beaten the shit out of by everyone in the room. Hide the Poo was the best one, but we never did that in our flat. That was my mate at uni.
My mates have been making those AI videos of like one of my mates. Like just one mate, just one of the boys has been getting absolute fucking like pounded by it.
Like Grant.
Aye, so it's just one guy, and everyone's just been like getting like their best photos of him, just making it do like the weird stuff. And he was like, I'm fed because he's obviously it's just like him doing like man on man stuff, the gay stuff, and then he's like, "Here, I'm getting a bit fed up with these gay ones." He's like, "Any chance you can make them more violent?" So it can do some. Well, I'll send you them. It can do mental stuff.
Really? Can it do like proper stuff?
Yeah, it's fucking dangerous.
Oh, I want to do that now because the normal AI that you can't.
Well, this
really
one's called Grok. Grok. We can get it in the UK. It's different.
And I can make videos and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh my god, you shouldn't have told me that.
You can't have nudity though.
Oh.
It'll moderate nudity. All
right, I'll try Grok. I'll try and make one.
But you could make stuff a grant.
That's Elon's AI.
Oh, is it Elon's, is it?
Grok, get. Do I have to pay for it?
No.
Okay, they just take all my data. That's fine.
I didn't even sign up for an account. I just skipped it.
Have you got an update for us for Danny?
Danny.
Oh.
No, people here. People don't know.
No, I know.
Yes, I do have my Christmas tree up.
So, no, and I'll tell you why.
We put ours up on the 15th of November.
Is that every year or just?
No, Adam just requested the 15th of November. We were going to put it up on the 8th of November, and Adam said no, 15th. So we waited till the 15th.
Fair enough. We normally, in our house, we had to wait until my mum's birthday was done with, and that's the 10th of December. So when I was a kid, I know the tree had to go up in the 11th.
We've burnt it up at that point then.
I know, it's like 2 weeks of tree. But anyway, we were out on a walk the other day in the woods. Did I tell you about the life lesson that I gave my kids the other day? I didn't. Did I tell you about taking them out the woods in the dark?
No, sorry, Nat. You didn't.
Oh.
Don't know why I'm apologizing.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. No, you didn't. So I think it was like Tuesday night. The kids have never had a light on ever to go to sleep. It's pitch black with white noise. If sometimes they don't, right? And all of a sudden, the other night, they were like, "We need a light. We need a light," and they wouldn't go to sleep. Mum, why you won't want the babies? Anyway, so they were wanting a light. We were like, "What the fuck? You're 8 and 6. Like you're nearly 7, and for the first time, you want a light." Like anyway, the next day, I thought, right, we'll use this as an opportunity for learning. And we went up in the woods near our house at about 4:30, and it starts to get dark around 5, and it's pitch black by 5:30 at the moment. And we were
Tell them that I ran in the dark.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, in this woods, naked.
Well, I shit in them.
Yeah. And yeah, so it started getting darker, and Katie's loving this, by the way. She's like nearly 35 weeks pregnant, hobbling around like a fucking big thing. Anyway, we were in the middle of these woods, and I videoed it, and I made a video. Funny enough, that's all I seem to be doing at the moment. And it got darker, and they were like, "Is it getting dark?" And I was like, "Yep." And we're in the middle of the fucking woods. And they were like getting a bit like, "Oh, is it getting dark?" And I said, "Yeah, but remember," and I said, "You got to be quiet, you got to be calm, and you got to keep on walking." And so I kept doing this thing, and eventually we got out about half an hour later. But I'm not kidding; it was fucking midnight, pitch black in this woods with just no one, no direction, no nothing. I know where I'm going. I know that if you just walk any way here, 20 minutes, you're out of any situation in our road. They don't know that. And so it was being quiet. Why are we being quiet? Well, because then you can use your senses. You can hear, you can see better. You can, use your senses. Why are we being calm? Because when we're not calm, we make stupid emotional decisions. And I don't want you being emotional. And then why do we keep on walking? So that we get out of here eventually. And we did. And then they didn't need a light that night. So that was good. That worked. But yeah, that was the woods thing that went on. We got to spend some quality time together. Now my wife's got a chest infection. So that went well. I've got grok.
There you go. Make some thingies.
Well, Sean. Oh, hello. Jon and I and someone else, all three of us, completely. What's the term? There's a phrase for this. CrossFit know. They know everything. Where, like in China, they made metal at the same time as Britain made metal, and then somewhere in fucking Africa they made metal. It's like when something happens. Hey,
no. Synergistic? No.
There's a word where it's kind of unattached, but things that are developed and happen at the same time, but they're not related to each other. Anyway, completely unrelated. Me, Jon, and someone else in our sphere of this.
Synchronicity. It's synchronicity.
No, there's a word. Convolution. I don't know. There's a phrase for like when technology in the past has been. It might not be applicable to what I'm saying either, but it's when technology has been developed completely at different corners of the world, but it hasn't been related at all. I can't remember. Coevolution or multi-discovery. Yeah, I think coevolution is the thing I was thinking of. But yeah. So anyway, this person lives in the US. Jon is where he is, and I'm where I am. We have all been falling asleep to the same series of podcasts that were live 25 years ago on British radio. We all listen to the same stuff every night in our ears, and whether it's I have my phone loud, the other person does it, and yeah, synchronicity. I know it's synchronicity. Yeah. Oh, have you just done that?
Yeah. Yeah, because it could be parallel thought or independent discovery, multiple discovery. There's loads.
Yeah, I'm sure
It
there was
obviously it doesn't really apply. It would apply more if it was
No.
the same idea that we had.
Yeah, but it's very, very strange, isn't it? That all three of us, there's this series of, what is it, 100? There's probably about 100 episodes of this show,
More than that.
give or take, probably more. Call it 150. Radio show, back from early 2000s, that is all on Spotify now. That all three of us fall asleep listening to it every night. That is fucking mental.
And I've done it every year since like 2005.
Yeah, yeah. Weird, isn't it? Yeah, solid fit. Oh, Sliding Doors. Have you watched that film?
Mm-hmm. Like years ago.
Yeah, I need to watch
As
that
a teenager.
It had, what's her name? Is it Gwyneth Paltrow? Is she in it?
Oh, I can't mind.
Aqua did the song. If only I could turn back time. That one. That's quite a big jump from Barbie, wasn't it?
I used to love Barbie. It wasn't Barbie, it was Aqua, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was them that sang it.
Yeah. Yeah, they did the song to Sliding Doors. That one I just beautifully sang for you. Serenaded you with. Old music. That's not old. It's like 20 years ago. Tried to watch Fifth. How did that go? How old's your child, Crossfat? Did they enjoy it? Because that's very strange and left field, isn't it? It's got Mila Djokovic in it and Bruce Willis. Isn't Brad Pitt in that as well?
Fifth Element.
Bruce Willis.
Yeah, Bruce Willis is the main boyo, like.
And then the woman from Resident Evil is Mila Djokovic or something like that. Yep. She plays the very, very confused. Yeah. There's another film called Johnny Mnemonic with Keanu Reeves in it.
Yep, that's an old film.
That's mad. There's one with Christian Bale in it as well. That's from that time. There's quite a few weird films, aren't there? Equilibrium. That's it. Gary Oldman. Now, when you Google Gary Oldman, that Y is really important to type. The R, sorry, is really important to type. Never miss that R when you're trying to Google Gary Oldman. I feel like there's so many good films from like mid to late 90s into 2000s that just get overlooked. Like The Mask.
Great film. Everybody should open up another tab on their browser right now and type in lemonparty.org, and then I'll do a countdown from 10, and then everybody hit enter at the same time, and then tell me.
Tell me. Should we share it?
No, but tell me if that website is still up and running.
Or what's the other one? Meat Spin,
another great website.
Or I tend to agree, and I'm not just saying that because we grew up in the 90s. I genuinely do believe, all things considered, I do think the 90s was like peak humanity.
It was the best.
Like there's the least amount of wars going on, the most amount of peace globally.
I watched Face Off like about 2 weeks ago. I love Face Off.
Face Off. Now there's an episode of The Simpsons called Faith Off, where Homer and Ned, I think, swap places. And Faith Off, you say Faith Off, and it sounds like you've got a lisp when you're saying face off.
Nicolas Cage is the fucking best, worst actor ever. But he's so bad, he's fucking amazing.
He's a Coppola, isn't he? Or Coppola, what's his name? Isn't he like the nephew of the Godfather writer and director? His real name isn't Cage, it's Coppola or something, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a stage name.
Yeah. Heat 2, Leo and Christian Bale. No.
Have you seen that fucking trailer for?
Well, hang on, Crossfire. They weren't important. They were just about a little bit of gold. Yeah. About what?
The new Leonardo DiCaprio film.
No.
The trailer looks
Zootopia
fucking...
2's out.
All right. Never watched the first one.
Haven't you?
Nah.
I suppose Adam's a bit older for that.
Adam was never interested in it. No, it's not that he's like too old for it. He's just he watches stuff that he's the like you'd think he would be like long past, but he'll still like go back to it, and it's obviously like a comforting thing, you know. It's funny because some days he's trying to watch Jersey Shore, and then the other days he's still talking about like a Thomas the Tank Engine episode. And I'm like, Merd, that's too old for you. And then I'm like, here, you probably shouldn't be watching that. You're a bit too old for that.
Amazing.
And he loves watching Jackass.
Down. Actually, funny you say that. I put on the Party Boy sound music in the gym the other day. It was this guy's birthday.
Did anyone get a cock out?
Dun 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 dun.
That so like if that music comes on, I want to start just like thrusting into people that are like near me.
Yeah, and rip your trousers off.
Yeah, just like if Shania Twain comes on, I want to just kick a door in.
Yeah, because she's a cunt. Yeah. Have you heard Mel C's new song?
I seen it on your story.
Oh, it's so good. I played it in the gym this morning, like 3 times.
I didn't have the sound on. I just seen it, and I seen your story, and I was like, oh, that must be Mel C.
It's so good, so good. Terminator 2 and Rambo got me. Yeah. When you say got, do you mean like he was sold? Like he loved it? Rammstein.
One of my life goals is to go and see Rammstein in Germany.
He's not looking the whole ticket, is he?
He's never been.
No, but like he must be like early 60s now.
Oh yeah, it's their shows are fucking mental, eh?
Yeah. We've got Manon on Thursday, haven't we? 27th.
So we will be speaking CrossFit, but we really just want to talk about music.
That's what made me think of it. Yeah. I've got my corn shirt ready to wear.
I've been sending her bands to check out, and she's been like messaging back saying like oh, I appreciate it.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Yeah,
Ord, she's in fucking amazing shape. Like Sporty Spice is in she's
Sporty Spice, of course she is.
Yeah, she's a DJ. But the set she did the other day, where that like clip that I posted, she did it it's in a sauna club. So there's this club in New York.
Yeah, just like everyone just getting fucking mad sweaty.
Yeah, but it's like a nightclub. It's a big infrared sauna.
Okay.
Why is my fucking £1 fish very, very good.
I was about to say, why you go fast?
Yeah, why you go fast?
That's what I was about to shout when you said that.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, Mel C's in insane shape. Hang on. And her new song's like really good for the gym. You know, there's like gym music that you can play.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention to what we were doing. I was looking at something on my screen. Oh, she looks younger now than what she did like 10 years ago.
Yeah, she genuinely does look in insane shape.
She looks like Lucy Davis a little bit.
Well, she kind of
Lucy Davis's mum.
Every now and again, she reminds me of Sam Briggs.
Oh, who is scheduled to come on the show now?
Well, I don't know if we were supposed to say. But yeah, maybe.
Forget I just said that.
Said what? Said what?
Exactly. There's only 2 people here anyway. No one's fucking knows.
Oh, what's this?
Everyone left after we started talking about pedophiles.
Why would they leave then? Oh, there we go. Hang on. Look at that shape.
Yeah,
that is, how awesome is that? Setting a fucking incredible example. And she's a DJ. Should we try and get her on? Should we message her?
Well, I'm still waiting to hear back from Bill Murray.
That was fucking hilarious. That was so funny. I went in. So chat.
What's funny about that?
I Crossfat and Ord who are here. I went into our Instagram chat just to see, like, send a message to someone or read something, and I saw Bill Murray at the top, and I was like, hey. And I opened it up, and it was a message from Jon inviting Bill Murray onto the show.
I just
really
thought
tickled
one
me.
night, I was just
Yeah,
thinking
yeah,
how
yeah.
cool Bill Murray is, and I know he does stuff I know he does weird stuff, and I've had mates that have like bumped into him at the pub, and then he sat at the pub like and drank with them all night,
Amazing.
and it's like, why the fuck would he say no to come on the podcast?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Why?
If he
would
sees the
say-
message, he might come on.
Yeah, why not?
Do you know what? See, if you don't ask, you don't get.
That's very true. Did I tell you about Donny in Scotland in that fucking Scottish pub?
No.
Kate, when we were there, we carried on late one of the nights, and Katie went back to the hotel and took them to this restaurant opposite. It's like a Scottish pub, like cuisine place. I was sat down. Donny's walked into this fucking restaurant and said, "Do you sell Pokemon cards?"
He asked me if I had any Pokemon cards.
Yeah,
and I was
the guy
like, "No,
went,
not with me."
You're in a fucking restaurant, and he's asking, "Do they sell Pokemon cards?"
Yeah.
And then the guy came back 5 minutes later, and he said, "Yeah, the barman lives upstairs. He's gone to go upstairs. He trades them online." And he came downstairs with a handful of spare cards that he didn't need, and just said, "Here you go." And I was like,
That's brilliant.
He got like, I'm not kidding, like a proper wedge, 100 of these Pokemon cards. And it's like, thanks. Kate was like, what the fuck just happened? Like, and then they told me, and I was like, see, you don't ask, you don't get.
That's Scottish hospitality.
Yeah.
He should ask everywhere he goes now. Don't suppose anyone's got any Pokemon cards here, do they?
Yeah. I think Santa might be bringing some.
I
showed a girl a Pokemon card drunk in a bar once, and she went, which Pokemon card was it?
Was it?
That's the important question there.
Was it Poke My Horn?
Poke me on. Poke my Jigglypuff. What other puns are there? Oh, good. I reckon we've come to a close, don't you?
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Patrick Clark hasn't replied. Oh, I've got Grok now.
He doesn't know what he is, that's why.
Probably. Poke me on. That's a good one. I like that. Good. Grok. How do I start this thing? Grok. Continue with Google. Yeah. I'll put it to our outside the box email. That's fine. We're both on our phone, aren't we? We're just hanging, with the lads.
Yeah. This is just what we're doing.
It's what we're doing anyway.
Exactly.
What? Grok's 30 quid a month.
No, it's not.
Skip.
Yeah, I skipped it.
All right. Voice mode. No. Create videos. Here we go.
Imagine is what I do.
Animate your photos. No. Okay.
Yes, Odd, we did, and we've got the logo on the back.
Yeah, the logo's on the back, Ord. Sorry, I should have said. Steve's done that. Should we bring that t-shirt? Should we bring it up?
We can do.
I turn to you.
No, I'll not say it online.
What?
Nothing.
All right. No, not messages. Home profile. Imagine. You nonce. The outside. There we go. Right. T-shirts. Oh, no. You. No, never mind. I'm not going to do it. I haven't got them. All right, I'll bring up the website. Hound. Yeah, I've got it here. Why didn't I just do that in the first place?
That image might not be on. That image might not be on the.
The image of the outside. It won't. It's basically this logo.
I can show
on
you.
The upper back.
2 seconds. I'll show you.
So we've got CF UK. Yeah, on the back like that. That would be on the back of all of them. Imagine a man falling over a.
Oh, he says he's added
over
the selection to the products.
in his bathroom when he's just got out of the shower and his toilet brush
Suck up his arse.
disappears. I can't say that kind of disappears. Video go. Right. Let's see how that does. So Katie likes the crop top.
Is that you that's on Instagram as CrossFat with a K? Or is that just an imposter?
Yeah, can you tell us? Because I want to talk to it, but I don't want to if it's not you.
Yeah, same here. And I don't want to follow it if it's not you. But if it is you...
Hang on. He's got pants on.
Can we not use a photo of Grant for that?
I haven't got a picture of Grant.
You do. You've got fat Grant sitting on the couch, mind.
I like it hard as CFUK. I like it hard as CFUK. That's the old yellow. I don't know if this is coming up though. When I click on that, because I watched the show back to see if what it came up with when I was doing a clip for the Instagram.
Yeah.
And it wasn't as fast. Like, I'll do it slowly. If I do that, does the drop down box come up?
It's not him. I'm not seeing the drop down box.
Oh, maybe they don't come up on screen share then. Black, white, turquoise, soft yellow, pink, or powder blue. So there's loads of options. And then hard as CFUK, let's CFUK, CFUK like Harry, CFUK knows, CFUK like Lucy crop tops. We think they're fucking brilliant. We just need to push them a bit more this week. We'll get Steve to do them at the events. Oh, that's another event we need to go to, by the way, Defiant Games. Need to attend that. Why isn't that? There we go. They don't trust the color though when we click it. Yeah, I don't know about that. Unfortunately,
just fucking get a black t-shirt and stop being a gimp.
Yeah, I'll try and see if I can sort that out. I've added a selection to the products. Okay. Hang on. If I refresh the page, it's 9 o'clock.
I know. I'm here. I am here. I'm paying attention, but I'm also.
I'm here and I'm queer.
I'm also working too. Do you know how time consuming it is programming someone that wants to do powerlifting but also wants to run ultra endurance?
And
like,
yeah, tell them to not do ultra.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck me. I've just got your message. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. Right. All right. Should we should we go? You never told me if you knew a hot pocket. Is that just like a
fucking, yeah, it's just a fucking
thing?
Yeah.
It's like lava and it's like really shitty in the microwave sort of thing.
Yeah, we get them over here. It's not called hot pocket, so
yeah, no one really eats them.
I would equivalent would be like a crispy pancake. Do you remember them?
Yeah. Oh god, they were orange.
Fucking rotten, eh?
Yeah, but nice. The mushroom one. Did you have the mushroom one?
You used to get either cheese and ham or the mince meat one.
I'll tell you what, I haven't had a cheese toasty for a while.
Haley has a cheese toasty all the time.
But do you have Marmite?
Nah, I don't like it. Either love it or hate it. I don't like it. I
Oh,
like
my
Twiglets,
daughter.
but I don't like Marmite.
My daughter's obsessed with Marmite. She has like a jar. You know the little jars? She has one of them every week.
Mhm.
Like properly obsessed.
Jar.
Yeah, she has 3 times a week she has eggs on toast with bacon on the side, and she has Marmite on the toast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Donnie just has it like chaos. He just has it as a sandwich. Whereas my daughter's like me, she'll have the eggs here, the toast here, the bacon here, and then she'll go through the least favorite one first, building up to the
Mhm.
best thing at the end. Whereas my son just fucking inhales everything. Good.
That's what I do.
Right. All right. Well,
Right, guys.
it's been emotional.
To both of you that are still watching,
Thank you.
fuck off.
Peace. Yeah.